Hello again, welcome back to Asgard, and welcome back to Enigmatica to Expert. So, since the last episode, I've done a little bit of work down in what's going to be our Botania area. We're going to hop down there here in just a minute, here shortly, because we actually have to get Botania started before we can do that. But, today we are going to start into basically unlocking Astral Sorcery and unlocking Botania. And just getting some of the basic stuff done. And then I decided next episode we're actually going to switch gears for just one episode, do something a little bit different. It's not really tech and it's not really magic, it's something a little bit different though that would help us out. And then we're going to get back probably into Thaumcraft and continue on. But today I would like to get Botania at least started. And a little bit of Astral Sorcery started, just the bare bones basics. And show you a really easy way to do Astral Sorcery. Especially on a server. We actually covered this in SebTech, but we're going to cover it again. It's quick. So, anyways, the first thing that we're going to make is the Luminous crafting table. This right here, and it's just marble, a bit of amber, some sooty marble, and a compressed crafting table. So let me go ahead and get... I'm going to go ahead and just snag a stack of crafting tables. Because that's something you end up making a lot of the, often enough, that we might as well go ahead and knock it out. So, go... There we go. There's our Luminous crafting table. And let's open up our quest book here for just a minute, because there is a quest here. Okay, yeah. We did the gate a long time ago. You know, we got the aquamarine, but this is a welcome to Astral Sorcery. This is magic mod, blah, blah. Let's go ahead and hit check and detect, submit, and claim. And there we go. Quest complete, Astral Sorcery. And then we have a quest here to make the Resonating Wand. We need to go ahead and do that, because we are going to need it. Let's go ahead and... Bam! There's that. And quest complete, and we get ourselves a Resonating Wand. And let's claim. Okay. And there's also a quest here. We got an Enhanced Building Guide. That's actually useful. We'll probably end up using that at some point. For now, I'm just going to throw it in there, though. I've covered that thing in a whole lot of detail before. But basically, it just allows you to build shapes for any size that you want. And then next up, we do have some rock crystal. I think it's down here. Because I actually found it by accident. Normally, which is funny because we literally just covered all this in Exoria. But if you fly around, you can see there's little particles coming up right over here. You can see them kind of coming up out of the ground. That means right down there, if you dig straight down, you're going to find rock crystal down around bedrock. So that's where that's how you're normally going to find it. However, I actually found some once when I was just mining around, because it is down there. It's not very common for you to come across it if you're not specifically looking for it. I've just got to figure out what I did with it. Oh, actually, I know where it's at. I think it's in here. Yes. See, we got 2 rock crystals, and we can actually look at the stats now. We have a 60% purity and a 45% purity. Let's go ahead and grab one of those. Quest book. And this quest here, let's go ahead, detect, submit, and let's grab our loot chest. There we go. And technically we've done that quest, because we got it as a reward. But, let's see. We got a hardened cell frame. That's actually pretty useful. And out of curiosity, we can't scan this, can we? If we could scan this, this would be amazing to have gotten. No, we can't. We can do the machine frames, but not the hardened cell frames. Okay. And then the quest here for the Luminous crafting table, we've done this. So let's go ahead and detect that. And we get a loot chest. And that's actually, I think, all the Astral Sorcery that we have to do at the moment. So, we got 8 end rods. Well, that's about useless, because I have an absolute ton of end rods down here at the Magical Bean Farm, which I actually have shut off at the moment. Just because it was producing so much stuff, and I haven't actually started sending it anywhere. Yeah, I mean, you can see there's 2 stacks in there, and there's going to be more in those 2 as well. But that's okay. Okay, so now that we've got the Luminous crafting table, we've got the Resonating Wand. If we take a look at the Petal Apothecary, it's actually not expensive at all. It is cobblestone, 4 cobblestone, 2 cobblestone slabs, and a white petal. So I've actually got cobblestone on me. Let me pop down and get a white petal real quick. And next episode, I promise it's going to get a whole lot easier to move around the base quickly. Just right now, it's not. I have to actually, like, run this marathon. That's why next episode I would like to take a quick break from tech and magic and do something a little bit different. We're going to be moving into a lot of stuff within the Phase 2 batches of mods that I want to cover. Okay, now that we've got that stuff, we need to find a good source of starlight, and the best thing to do... let me actually pop down here. I've got what I need readily available down here. Well, actually, let me go grab one thing over here. And you're probably going to be able to guess what I'm going to do, but let's grab ourselves a diamond. Let's pop over here, and I need some flowers. I'm just going to grab some alliums. Let's get ourselves... I don't have a bucket on me. Okay, I don't. Okay, I'm going to have to get a bucket. Okay, so there's 2 buckets. And let's see, we'll just pop down here. Let's come out here. Let's get ourselves just a couple buckets of water. And where do I want to set this up at? I'm thinking just right over in here. Actually, I'll tell you what, we're going to put it right over here. It doesn't have to be centered. We're just going to do, like, that. Because really all this room is for is, well, I can't put it right there. Well, I guess I could facade that, but let's move it right in here instead. Okay. And I'll end up probably changing that coal to something else, but what we're going to do, let's go ahead and put down our water right there. And I'll tell you what, actually, I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and switch that to dirt. So 2x2 water source right there. Let's do some alliums. I will probably end up changing some of these flowers to something else, but I'll figure that out. Just all around it, and then let's toss a piece of diamond in there. And give it just a second, and pow. Twilight Forest advancement. And, oh, I've got to go back through. I've got to go back through because there is fire in there. It's going to end up burning down all my stuff. Oh, man. But we're going to head into the Twilight Forest, if you hadn't guessed, and stop burning. There. Okay. I didn't want it catching all that wood and stuff on fire. Okay. So let's head on through, and the reason we're going to the Twilight Forest is because on a server, of course, people sleep, which usually actually hasn't been a big deal because nobody has been sleeping, really. But the Twilight Forest, it's always night. It's always twilight. So that we can have starlight in our altars all the time. So let's go ahead and mark that as home. And we are going to be exploring this place here pretty soon. Like in an upcoming episode. So what we're looking for at the moment is a place with a starlight field. That's kind of what I'm looking for. So I'm going to run around with the Phosic Resonator. It doesn't even really have to be anything all that great. I will say long-term Astral Sorcery is going to be at our home, but for now, doing it here should prove fairly useful, actually. Just to make our lives a whole lot easier. You know what? I actually didn't come here to kill bosses, but look, there's a Naga. Right here. And watch there be an astral field inside of here. Oh, and he's still alive. Okay, let's kill him. Let's kill him because we can. We're wearing Quantum, so I don't think it's going to be all that difficult for us. Oh yeah, he's a joke, basically. Alright, you are going to die, sir. You are going to die so bad. There we go. Time to even the scales, Silence of the Forest, lots of advancements. Okay, I do not want this Twilight Shader Naga. And we got the Twilight Shader Bag. Back to searching for Astral Sorcery Starfield. Normally, in my experience, they've been a lot more common, but I haven't noticed one yet. So, still looking. Okay, I popped back over. I'm going to go ahead and dump this stuff into the AE system. Inventory was kind of getting full, of course. But I decided I'm going to go ahead and let me get some marble. And let me get a rock crystal. I didn't take it with me. Let me get some aquamarine. And then let me pop down here. And let's grab this rock crystal. Just the lowest purity one is fine. I think I want to go ahead and make a light well. Because we do have that quest for that. Right there. And then liquid starlight, which would be useful because we could make a sand generator. And then we'll get quest completion for the Phosic Resonator as well. So let's go ahead and just do that because it really doesn't take but a second. And what we'll do is we'll just pop up on top of one of these trees. We'll be fine. Drop down the Luminous crafting table. And let's do... Okay, see, it's getting starlight. So let's do rock crystals, aquamarine, and then we need... we're going to need 2 chiseled and 3 runed marble. Let's see. I've got a eye chisel right here. This will be fine. Okay, let's do that. And then that stuff. That. Okay, that's where we need to get our starlight to. So we're not quite there at the moment. So let's pack this up. Let's go maybe to a higher elevation. We'll probably do it. And what about up here? That's a little bit better. I mean, it's still not a great spot for Astral Sorcery, but it'll work for the time being. And that should allow us to make our light well. There we go. Let's take our resonating wand. And get this thing crafted. There we go. There's our light well. And then we can take and toss down our light well. This is so standard, so I do apologize. And let's toss a piece of aquamarine in there and get it running, making us some liquid starlight. Now, what exactly does it take? How much starlight does it take to make the Petal Apothecary? I think it goes like that. Yeah. Okay, we can craft it at the moment, so we'll go ahead and craft it. Whatever. Let's take our resonating wand and get that going. And while that's crafting, let's go ahead. The light well, let's get our loot chest and claim. And then we're going to be getting a Botania gate unlocked here in just a moment. But let's go ahead and pop open our loot chest. We got 8 Plowman's Lunch. Not terribly exciting. And we're steadily getting liquid starlight. And there's our Petal Apothecary, quest complete, gate Botania, and we get our flower pouch. There we go. So we now have unlocked Botania. And then there's a welcome quest, of course, that talks about, oh, Botania is really cool because it's a magic mod about flowers. So let's go ahead and detect. There we go. And we get a Lexica Botania and 16 floral fertilizer, which we don't actually have much use for the floral fertilizer because I've already collected all the flowers and stuff, so we're good on that. Alright, and this is still steadily kicking away. I would like to find... I'm going to leave that chunk loaded for just a minute while it's making that liquid starlight. I would like to find a place that has a star field, but I still have not found one. And I'm trying not to go too fast because, of course, Twilight Forest has the worst generation in the world. I'm actually fairly certain that the star fields were... the star fields are a bit more rare within this pack than normal, I think. Okay, I accidentally completed a quest without you guys, but basically I just crafted it. The Everfull Urn that we researched last episode for Thaumcraft, I did craft one of those because I was wanting it for my Petal Apothecary. I want to go check this Astral because we should have some liquid starlight up here. So we'll pop up here. But I did craft up one of those because I wanted it for the Petal Apothecary, and it did complete a quest, so we do have a Thaumcraft quest completed. Okay, so we got a little over a bucket of liquid starlight. That's great. Let's go ahead and grab that. And quest book. Let's see, first up, Thaumcraft. This quest here, the Everfull Urn, is done. So we'll go ahead and grab that. And then actually this quest right here for the Petal Apothecary is done. We'll go ahead and detect that and claim. We get 5 levels of XP. And then Astral Sorcery, a quest here for Liquid Starlight, and claim. And then the Phosic Resonator, we've done that. So let's claim. Alright, knocking out some quests here. Alright, so what do we got? Quest complete, quest complete. First up, we got 64 bricks. Next up, we got a diamond chisel. And then we got another color block crafter. Yay. Yay. Okay. But anyways, we got a bucket of liquid starlight, which is going to be useful because we can make a sand generator with it. We're not going to this episode, but we are going to do that. Alright, so let's pop back over to home. And actually, we might go ahead here soon and just do a tour, a quick tour of Twilight Forest. Basically just a boss run. You know, when the last series that we did, of course, was like SevTech. And we did all the bosses, all the dungeons, went up through the dungeons and everything. On here, we're probably just going to do a boss run and kill them. Because we literally just did all the dungeons in the last series. So, not too much point in doing them again, I don't think. Okay, so we've got our Everfull Urn, we've got our Petal Apothecary. Let's get some stone. Let's get some oak wood. Let's get seeds. And that should be good for right now. And let's go ahead and pop down here. All the way down. And I want to go to what's going to be our Botania area. Now, right now it has cobblestone down. That is most likely going to change to living rock, I do believe. But for right now, it's just got chiseled cobblestone down. And I'm going to do some stuff up here too. This is going to be like the first of our Botania workshops. You can see there's going to be space here for the portal right in there. But this Botania stuff's going to continue on out here as well. So, and then, yeah. A lot of work to do down here. So anyways, let's go ahead and toss down our Petal Apothecary. Right there will be good. And then the Everfull Urn we'll put right there. Okay, and after a little bit, it's going to fill up the Petal Apothecary. It's not instant, but it will fill it up. So then what we're going to do is let's take our Mystical White Petals, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a seed, and pow, there's a pure daisy. And then we'll give this just a minute to run. And stand up here. We completed a quest. Right here. Pure daisy. And we'll go ahead and get our loot chest real quick. There we go. And what did we get? 4 phantom faces from Actual Editions. That's an epic quality item. Yeah, see, it just filled that up. And let's go ahead. And there we go. Just kind of like a passive, you know. It used to be, in other versions with it, what was that? Thaumic Exploration, I think that it was in. It was a bit faster. It's not as fast anymore because it's now base Thaumcraft and it's changed a little bit. But before that, it was actually base Thaumcraft, if I recall. It used to be base Thaumcraft, and then it became Thaumic Exploration, part of that. And then it's now, again, I don't know. It's confusing. But, okay, so we got that, and then we have a quest here for Living Wood and Living Rock. And so what we're going to do is we're going to take our Pure Daisies. We're going to set these down. Oh, let's see. We'll put one setting here, and then we'll put one setting right there. And then we'll take our wood and place this around the Pure Daisy. And then we'll take our stone, place this around the Pure Daisy. We're going to automate this very soon as well. And we'll just give it a bit. And it will take a little while to craft, that's fine. Let's see. Do we want to go ahead and move into Endoflames, maybe? Yeah, let's do that. Endoflames. See what they take in this pack. Seems like it's all pretty well standard. We need 2 brown, a red, and a light gray petal. Okay, so let's make some Endoflames. There's one. There we go. Electric Magic. And quest complete. Endoflame. Let's go ahead and grab our loot chest. Done. And we got 2 crafter tier 3s. Nice. That's actually pretty useful because I could put those to use like right now. You know. Okay, this has actually changed. So it's not stone, it's arcane stone. And then it's probably what, treated wood, I'm assuming. No, infused wood from Astral Sorcery. Okay, well, I'll tell you what. That's easy enough to do, because guess what? We've already got a bucket of liquid starlight. I just have to go get it. And, whoops. I just vein mined, like, everything back there. That's okay. Okay, let me pop back up here. I should have looked at that first, because most packs change it these days. And see, we need to have started Thaumcraft. Well, no, we didn't really have to start Thaumcraft. We've been making arcane stone forever. But the infused wood, it takes a little bit more, I guess. Go ahead and dump that stuff into there. Okay, now arcane stone, there's 24. That'll be fine to get us started. And then we need the liquid starlight bucket. Okay, so we'll take the arcane stone. I was wondering why we weren't getting any little particles. There we go. Now we're getting particle effects. Let's go ahead and toss that down. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take some liquid starlight. Let's set this down. Like for right now, we'll put it like right over here. Liquid starlight goes down. And then we're going to take our logs, like oak wood, toss them into there, and we give it a second. And there we go. Look at all that. Infused wood. So we got 64 infused wood. It's 1 for 1. And then we can take that infused wood and we can place this around the pure daisies to get our living wood. We're going to have to wait until that finishes up making the living rock, though. Okay, so there we go. We're done making Endoflames. And our living rock is done. Let's go ahead and grab that. There's 16 of that. And then we need to place down the infused wood. And yeah, I'll go ahead and do 2 batches at once for right now. Okay, and then inside the quest book we should have completed a quest. Whenever I find, I've got so many books on me at the moment, like starting all the magics and stuff. Living rock, okay. Detect, submit, loot chest, and there we go. Quest complete, and we got 4 resonating gems. That's actually going to be pretty useful, in truth. And now we're just waiting on living wood. And I'm going to build up a little bit of this, and I'll be back here in just a minute once this is done. Okay, I popped back over to the Twilight Forest because we need to craft illumination powder, which is just glowstone, yellow nitor, and aquamarine in this pack. So we'll go ahead and get that going. And you can see the starlight's actually capped on this. It seems to be getting a good amount of starlight, which is great. Okay, so there we go. They crafted both sets there. And then, also, we do have a quest here. I didn't think about the Cave Illuminator. We've already gotten this. Because we got it as a quest reward, like, forever ago. We got 2 of them. So let's go ahead, detect, submit, and claim our chest. And then, Botania, the Living Wood quest, we've done this. I've gotten Living Wood. So there we go. And my inventory is awesome at the moment. Let's go ahead and open these up. We got, first up, 64 nether bricks. And then next up, we got 4 nether smokers. That'll be fine. I can actually use those nether smokers because they emit smoke. Which I do quite like blocks like that for like chimneys and other such things. Anything that I need like smoke. Okay, so we'll pop up here. I got to dump off a couple things. We don't need... that or that. I'm going to hold on to 2 of the illumination powder, and then the living wood. Let's go ahead and make ourselves a few pieces of this glimmering living wood. Like 4 pieces should be good. And then that can go in there. I don't really need the flower pouch. I have no use for that. I don't need the aquamarine or the resonating gems. Okay. And also I really don't need Sailor's Mundus. Okay, this is going to be a whole lot easier next episode, I promise. It's going to be so much easier. Okay, so let's pop down here. And the next thing that we're going to need is we're going to need a couple lime petal blocks, which take 9 lime petals. And actually, just so happens I've got lime right here. That was actually not planned. Oh, I don't have any bone meal on me. No, but I do have... Okay, never mind. I've got a bunch of flowers. There's 64... Let's go ahead and craft ourselves. We're going to need 2 lime petal blocks for now. We'll need more in time. Okay, and then what I want to make is I want to make mana spreaders. These right here. They require living wood, glimmering living wood, illumination powder, and lime petal blocks. Makes them a lot more expensive in this pack than standard, to say the least. Actually, probably one of my favorite recipes for the mana spreaders that I think I've ever seen. So, and we completed this quest. Let's go ahead and get our loot chest. There we go. And what did we get? We got 4 basic energy relay crystals from Draconic Evolution. That is useful. We would need to break one of these down to get IO crystals, but that's really rather useful, I'll be honest with you. Okay, so now that we've got that, the next thing we need to do is we need to make ourselves a living wood wand. And let's go with purple and cyan. We'll go ahead and get ourselves, we're going to need 3 living wood twigs. I haven't looked, but I'm pretty sure this recipe is probably standard. Yes, okay. That's one recipe that usually doesn't change too much. You know, it's just a tool, is all it is. Alright, we got a quest complete, and we will grab another loot chest. There we go. When you first start up mods, like, you get a lot of loot chests. We got a Rod of the Shifting Crust. That is super useful as well. Because this can be used basically as like a exchange wand. Is what it does. So, okay, and then, let's see. I still have seeds on me. Let me make one more Endoflame, actually. Because I've got 7, I'd rather have 8. Now, technically, I do have other ways of getting mana initially. I've been packing around these bands of mana, which actually I need a new one. And I've been filling these up. And that is through the Band of Aura. It generates mana as you move around. You know, I talked about this before. So I've been filling up bands of mana. I think I have like 4 or 5 of them that are filled up. And I mean, that's quite a bit of mana. But we do need to get some actual mana production, like general mana production up and going. And so that's what we're going to do. Let's also make one more thing. Let's make a, I'm assuming this is standard. Nope. I think you make a diluted mana pool on here, right? Like, you're supposed to make that. It's a light blue dye. And the standard mana pool requires a diluted mana pool, living rock, white petal block, light gray, and a rock crystal. I could pull it off. I could make it happen. We're going to need a block of white petals and a block of light gray petals. Okay, so there's that. I'm going to have to bring some more bone meal down here because I seem to have used it all. Which is fine. I'm going to put that right there for right now. There we go. There's the 2 blocks that we need. And by the way, you don't need shears anymore to collect the tall flowers. I don't know if that's... I think that's just in this pack. I think. And we can use... Can we use light blue dye powder? Yes, floral light blue. That's perfect. That is perfect. This stuff will all be a whole lot easier in time. Once we actually start automating like dyes and stuff. Okay, we got the Vivid Wave advancement. I don't know if there's a... No, so you have to get just straight up mana pool. Okay, so let's go ahead and take this rock crystal. It's the only one I've got. I'm not too worried about it. I can get more. They're not that hard to get. And there is our mana pool. And detect, loot chest, claim. There we go. That quest is done. And we get a loot box. 8 hearty breakfast. And then there's also a quest to get mana steel. We've got mana steel. So let's go ahead, detect, loot chest, claim. There we go. And I think that's the only quest that we can just pretty much just complete. Now there's a quest here for the Band of Mana. What does it take to make a mana tablet on here? Is it standard? Yeah, mana diamond or mana pearl. Okay. Or you can do it... Oh, that's the creative mana pool. Okay. I'm going to put this stuff away for right now. We don't actually need that this episode. And we got the Ward music disc. Kind of like a random, random reward there. Okay, so let's pop down. And what we're going to do is we're going to go set up our Endoflames. And actually start generating a little bit of mana down here. So let's do... I don't know where I want this, actually. Let's do a mana spreader here, I guess. Tell you what, let's do a mana spreader here and a mana spreader right here for right now. And then what we'll do is right in the middle of those, we'll put the mana pool setting like... that's a little bit close to the stairs. we'll put the mana pool setting right there. Now this is eventually going to change up a little bit. Because we're going to have the portal setting there, and this room's going to be mainly... We'll have some mana pools set up over in this side, I think. But I don't know, I mean, this is just like the first little Botania workshop area. Is basically what we got going on here. So, what we're going to do is shift right click, and shift right click, shift right click, shift right click, and then we're going to set up our Endoflames. So, we'll do like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then we'll do 1 there, and 1 there. And then we're just going to make sure that all of these are bound to, those 4 need to be bound to this mana spreader, these 4 need to be bound to this mana spreader. They're going to auto-bind to the closest spreader, so they've already bound. That's all good. Okay, and then all we need to do is we can just take our coal and... I think I'd rather do blocks. Let's do that. And do I have any, like, coal that I can mine up around here? Yes, I do. Okay, there's 8 blocks of coal. And we're just going to toss this stuff down, like right there, and pow. There we go. They're all running and they're giving mana to their mana pool. And I think each spreader can support 4. I think it goes up to 5. I think they can support up to 5 Endoflames before it's just too much for them to keep up. But I don't know. It's been a little while and there's been some changes, so. And this area is chunk loaded, it would seem. Yeah. So we're good. We are good. So anyways, mana is going to start being produced inside of there. And then what we're going to do is, I guess we're ready to make our lights. Like the lights that I've been wanting to get. So what we're going to need to do is, first up, let's see. First up, let me get some flowers. I don't really want them all the same color. Well, we'll make some magenta for now, and then we're actually going to be setting up a Jade Amaranthus soon, because I'm going to need just a lot of flowers. The petals are nice, but also for making lights down here, because we're going to have a lot of the flower lights. So we're going to have to do quite a few of those. But then we're going to take our magical flowers, 2 pieces of glowstone, and we get the glimmering flowers. And then we need to get ourselves some grass. Grab my shears here. I tell you what, while I'm down here, I need to get some bone meal. Because I need to grow my petals back. Since I broke that last one. Of course, to do that, I don't know if I've covered it on this series or mentioned it on this series, but put your petal down, use bone meal on it, and there you go. Basically, it's 4 petals for the price of 1. And then let's go ahead and get ourselves some grass. And there's 20 pieces. That'll be good for now. We're going to end up needing a lot of this stuff. But then we can basically just dump it in the mana pool. And we're going to get pasture seeds. I probably don't have enough mana for... No. Okay, but there's 8 pasture. That worked out pretty well, actually. It really did. And then all we have to do is take dirt, our pasture seeds, and our glimmering flowers. And we can make floating flowers. And basically, these will emit light. Like glowstone, but they're going to be floating up in the air. And so then what I can do is I can remove, all these torches, hit F7, see, there's red right there, and then we can do like a floating flower right there. And actually, I'll probably put it right down there. But, and that's going to light up the area. So I can get rid of all these torches, because I really don't like all these torches, sitting around. And I'd rather have floating flowers. They just look a lot better. We can just kind of space these around. I don't really want all of them to be magenta, though. So I'll probably just leave these 3, and then I'll like spread out some magenta. I have a magenta right there. But basically, I just want to remove all these torches. And it's something I've been waiting on doing for a bit. And I'm ready to say goodbye to all these torches. I really am. Not to mention, it's like perfect light sources for like this chasm that we've got, because we can have like flowers floating around, down through the chasm and everything, and I think it's going to look pretty nice. And I'll continue working on that. It'll be a whole lot easier though once we get the Jaded Amaranthus set up, which that within this pack is standard, We just have to get into the runic altar, basically. And it looks like all the runes are standard, too. So, it's actually not too bad, in truth. Okay, so, I think... Let's see. Jade Amaranthus is right there, right after the Hopper Hawk. But yeah, we'll get into this stuff a bit more. I've been really excited to get into Botania. So we will continue on with this. Not next episode, but we will be continuing on with it. Next episode, we're going to switch gears, like I said, briefly. We're going to spend the episode doing something a little bit different. It's not tech, really. It's not magic, really. But we are going to switch gears. And then, which is basically just going to make our lives a whole lot easier. Then we're going to come back to magic for maybe an episode or two. Anyways, we'll play it by ear. So next episode is going to be something a little bit different just to make our lives a whole lot easier as we work through the base. Because the base is starting to get really big and I'm having to pop upstairs, go to the AE2 system, pop down here to do magic. And of course magic needs a huge variety of items usually. So I find myself running back and forth and I'm tired of it, so we're going to fix that. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. If you did, as always, be sure and hit that like button and go ahead and subscribe if you're not already to stay updated with when new videos come out. And I hope to see you guys next time. So until then, as always, do take care, stay safe. I'll see you guys then.